This is Barakat. I'm a PhD student, doctoral studies student. I've been doing many things beforehand. I'm doing currently mechanical engineering. I did electronics before. I did many things. So I'm just gonna talk with you a bit about my journey from industry to academia, and actually why engineering, especially. So first of all, about myself, I graduated in 2020. I had my bachelor in mechatronics. I got it from Egypt. I'm Egyptian, actually. Currently, I'm a PhD student at King's. I moved to London 2.5 years ago. So I think I'm a Londoner now. Currently, I'm working on mechanical metamaterials, which means metamaterials mean beyond materials or smart materials. So we are not inventing something new. We are adapting the engineering, we are adapting structure without going to chemicals, without going to physics to change what we can see. We can tell it in another hand, we are not inventing something new. We are reinventing the bike, but with a different perspective. First of all, why engineering, or why did I choose engineering at the very beginning? So I was always curious about how do things work, why everything works, and why it's so complex. So this was the very first question I asked myself before beforehand, and this is actually what driven me to this career or to the engineering in general. So engineers love solve problems. Engineers are problem solvers at all. Engineers can do everything from the humanity to the humanity, just from the very easiest thing you can see from cleaning the water to satellites. It's all engineers. It's all engineering. Engineering can make our life easier and safer and better. Engineering are is shaping the whole life around us. So it's all about curiosity. It's all about how everything works. It's all about making everything better and safer. I worked beforehand in the industry for almost 2 years before leaving. I worked in a company that's building automated warehouses. Everybody of us is using Amazon at least, HelloFresh or something like that. We were building robotic warehouses which has minimal human interaction with it. So the parcel, when you order it, it's prepared, it's shipped, it's all automatically. I worked in this field for 2 years. It was very good. I was getting very fast results of the work I'm doing, but I didn't like it because I was doing what was in the manual. But I don't like doing what's in the manual. I want to build the manual on my own. This is why I moved afterwards to academia. But why industry actually? If anybody wants to think about industry as an engineer, industry has clear everything. So it has clear deadlines. You know what to do and when. You are getting paid better than academia, especially in the beginning. You are progressing in your career, especially if you are in a career or in a job that you are learning from it every day. But at the end, you are limited. You are less free. You are less free to do whatever you want, and you cannot invent something new. You build products, you serve people, but you are not imagining what's afterwards. You are not shaping the future itself. You are building the current. But academia, on the other side, it's more flexible. You are free to do whatever you want as long as you have funding. You can get funding. You can create what you want. You can look after everything you want. Um, Teaching and a nice experience actually. Some people do like. I enjoy a bit, not too much, but I enjoy it. Some people would like it. You will not find this in industry. It's only in academia. And the most important thing is that you own what you build. Whatever you do in the academia, it's your own. It's your thing. So you will have always the passion to do it. Currently, what I'm working on now is called, as I told you before, mechanical metamaterials. which we are engineering the material. So using the same material we are using every day, we can use the same wood we have, but with carving a specific and carving it in a specific way or making small hollows in a specific way, we can change its overall behavior. So we all know that wood doesn't bend, it breaks, at stuff, that solids are the same. But with those cavities, we can bend them, we can make them absorb energy, we can make them change their shape and go back to their shape, we can make them snap or whatever we want. So this is cheap. Why it's cheap? Because we are not inventing something new. We are not going down into the molecule or the atom level, as you can study in chemistry or physics. But yeah, it's everything there is something you see. So it's handy. It can be 3D printed, can be casted, it can be carved by anything. So yeah, we are not going too deep. It's big enough. So yeah, we are following the same thing. Design it, engineer it, don't rebuild it from the very beginning. Yeah. Currently, I'm 28, a bit older than you. Not much, but yeah. But I wish I knew some things when I was at your age. So I was for some wrong things that life has a correct path or a right way. But yeah, life doesn't have a right way. It's not like the school. It's not like the university. Not everything we do is right, and we can always go back in our decisions. We can check different things if we are not sure about what we want to do. But yeah, it's always flexible, no right way, but you can do it every time. Here's my final message. Engineering, yeah, it's a language of possibility. Engineering means solving problems. Everything can be done again. Academia is more flexible than industry, but industry will get you paid more. Industry will be safer, and somehow, if you choose the right path, but academia will make everything you build to be your own. You own it, you have it at all. And yeah, here we can go to the questions if anybody has any question.